mean, handling 18-year-olds is very different than handling 24, 25-year-olds. First startups that they're building together.
Already?
Yeah, already with our first paycheck challenge. They have gone out and interviewed CEOs as their assignment. As Masters Union, we have taken a stand that we want to build a diverse community.
I think like in some ways it's more diverse than the PG batch. All right, Swati, it's been now what, 4 months since the first
Yeah.
UG batch at Masters Union started?
Yes, it's been amazing 4 months, and I think it was like, I don't feel it's been that much, right? We have done a lot, but also it passed in a blink of an eye.
What was more fun? Was it before the students came in or after the students came in?
Definitely after. Definitely.
Also more challenging, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, handling 18-year-olds is very different than handling 24, 25-year-olds. So I think as Masters Union, we have had a very different experience as well.
Okay. What would you say have been some of the highlights?
Everything from acads to extracurriculars, right? I think this was the first time when our UG students stepped out of their home.
Yeah.
Right. So it was an effort to build a home away from their home, right? A lot of series of first outclass, first startups that
We
they're
should talk
building.
about that more, by the way.
Yes, definitely. First startups that they're building together.
Already?
Yeah, already with our first paycheck challenge. Then, first Diwali celebrations,
Yeah, I was there.
Navratri
Yes, I was there.
celebrations. So that there has been a lot, and I'm very proud that our students have not only done their first on the extracurricular side, but also on the academic front. They have gone out and interviewed CEOs as their assignment. They have gone to IIT Bombay and won competitions.
Okay.
Right. So there has been a lot that our students have been able to achieve in the 4 months that they have been here.
So I think since it's the first year, I think a lot of people on our channel don't actually know what the breakup of the class is. Is it?
Yeah.
I get this question all the time. That is everybody from Delhi? Is
Yeah.
everybody from engineering background? I get these questions which are all myths. I feel in people's heads.
Correct,
I wanna
correct.
squash some of them.
Yeah, and that was the first thing I did when we had our class. I'm like, who are the
We,
people in
who are
the,
we?
who are we? Who are the people in the class? So gender-wise, we are 25% women and
Okay.
75% men, right? Though we would love to increase that.
I think that's gonna change this year.
Hopefully, trying our best. And then geography-wise, 30% is Delhi NCR,
Okay.
15% is Mumbai.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. And we have a lot of people from South India as well. So 15% is Bangalore, but the rest 40% is made of probably the top 15 cities in India. So whether it's Ludhiana, Indore, Kanpur, Lucknow, Chennai, Hyderabad, all of that.
Yes. Kolhapur, smaller cities also have
Smaller
seen.
cities as well. Now you can't track it exactly because sometimes people may say one city and they may study in a
Study in a
boarding
city.
school in a
Yeah.
city, and they may
Do we
be
have students from boarding schools?
Yes, we have some from Dehradun, Mussoorie. So we do have boarding school students as well.
I also get this sense from a lot of people that all of our students are just rich boys or rich girls, and it doesn't truly represent what India looks like.
I would disagree,
Okay.
Pratham, because we have had so many scholarships, and we have given even 100% scholarships, not to one or two kids, but more kids, right? So I think as Masters Union, we have taken a stand that we want to build a diverse community. Whoever can afford, great. Otherwise, we will support. So I wouldn't agree with that we are a rich kids school. And at the same time, I also want to say that it's not just about academic achievements. I mean, in our first cohort, we've had students who have played national basketball players. We have somebody who's an international golf champion.
Yeah, I heard, yeah.
Right? Olympiad winners. Content creators, startup entrepreneurs. So there's a huge diversity. So I feel that if somebody deserves to be here,
Yeah.
he or she will be here.
Yeah, we'll figure out a way to make it happen for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And generally, like, what do you see as the background of the parents? Is that diverse as well, or do you see more business families coming?
Very, very diverse. Because we have so many different economic backgrounds. It's also, even if, the income levels are same, then also you will see a lot of diversity. Like we have people whose parents are probably in government, you know, civil
Okay. Oh, really?
servants,
Oh, wow.
right? So we
Awesome.
have IAS parents as well.
You know, some of our masters, their kids are also here, right?
Yeah, some of the masters, so their parents are like CXOs, executives in the country. Then you definitely have family businesses, you know, so a lot of diversity, I would say. Entrepreneur parents as well, right?
Yeah.
People running their own startups.
That's amazing. I can read some of the lists here, right? We have a national level skating gold medalist. We have someone who's won 50 plus debates and MUN.
MUNs, yes, yes.
I mean, I don't know there were that many competitions in this gold
Not
medalist.
our time, but now
I
there
guess,
are.
yeah,
There
yeah.
are.
We have a jazz and ballet dancer
Yes.
and a national level cricketer, a startup incubator awardee, India player. Oh my God, that's okay. That's
Huge
quite
list.
Yeah, that's a huge. I think like in some ways it's more diverse than the PG batch.
Yes.
You know, because PG batch, there is a certain notion that, I mean, that's not a notion actually, it's a reality. That a lot of people come, you know, with 3 years of work experience in IT,
Yeah.
right? They might be from all over the country, but their backgrounds are very similar.
Yeah.
But in UG, I mean, they're all coming from class 12, but I think their interests seem to be very, very diverse.
Vary, because see, by the time you're 25, right, you've thought this is what I want to do in life, and there is a self-selection. Only people who want to go in business, have an exposure, will come and do an MBA. But when you're doing your undergrad, you're doing it because you have to do it. Now, whether you are at Masters Union is because you like the pedagogy and the culture and all of that. But career-wise and the mission-wise, you could be poles apart.
Yeah. So, like, why do you think students chose Masters Union, even though it was Masters Union's first year, when probably all of the students had admits at traditional but very
Yeah.
good universities, at least on paper? What were 2-3 things that made students take that risk with Masters Union?
Yeah, so I was in a recent conversation with some
Okay.
of our students, and you know, they have left IIM admits, they have left LSR, SRCC admits, and I'm super proud of that fact. And when I ask why, the reason is that they experienced Masters Union before they joined us, right? So they came here either for our Unmute Fest,
Correct.
or they came here
Startup
for the
weekend.
summer startup week. And they met our faculty, they met our students, and they realized the experiential learning that we do here. I'll quote one of our students. She said, I came to Masters Union and I met students and I saw that people were building startups and, you know, they were having exposure to CXOs and all of that. And then she had an admit from IIM Rohtak.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And she went there. And there she interacted with the student and said, Acha, aap startups nahi banate? And the students had no clue. Now, I'm not saying this college or that college. I'm just saying that a traditional education system hasn't evolved to cater to the needs of today's generation. So today's generation is choosing what's
Yeah.
relevant for them.
No, I think like in my interactions, I've also met with the students here and there.
Yeah.
What I've realized is that in some cases, I feel this internally that our UG kids are further ahead of even our PG kids in terms of their worldview,
Yeah.
in terms of their exposure, in terms of knowing what's happening in the world. Right? I feel like they are so much more like rounded.
The whole generation has changed now.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
always say that generation gap these years happens in 5 years.
5 years, yeah. It's a
So
different generation.
It's a different gen.
I mean, they are telling me, ki, Pratham, oh, this company is going public at this price and we are going to like get in at, you know, like if we can do this 2 days before and everything. And I was like, how do you know
They
all
all
of
have
this?
demat accounts, they stock trade. I haven't been able to do that till now.
Exactly. I'm telling you, half of our PG students, and this is not a reflection on our PG batch, but I don't think they are doing active trading.
Correct.
The UG kids, I always see their computers when I'm
Yeah,
like walking
doing
through
something.
they're always like some graphs and some charts. To me, that's
Hustle.
hustle. That's just crazy. I mean, they're so far ahead of.
Yeah.
Do you think that's only Masters Union kids or that's the kids everywhere?
I think it's everywhere. And I probably think that India needs, 10 to 20 more Masters unions to cater to today's generation. We have a lot of smart and talented teenagers.
You know, I've always felt that we have good MBA colleges. Like, I mean, I think that perhaps we are trying to build the best one possible.
Correct.
But I think still India has ISB, it has some IIMs, which probably do a good job.
Yeah.
But at the undergrad level,
We don't.
I feel like we don't have our undergrad equivalent of ISB, undergrad equivalent of IIM, undergrad equivalent of IIT. I mean, IIT is an undergrad.
Especially in business management.
Yeah, I mean, there is absolutely,
None.
I mean, where would you go? Sure, SRCC, but that's a commerce college. And I think we have to make a distinction between commerce and business.
Correct. And also, the new age pedagogy, the industry immersions. Now, these colleges do a great job in terms of teaching and probably the fundamentals. But the world is changing every couple of years. So how do you get the industry connect? I think that's super important.
I think industry connect. Also, this zeal, right? Like I feel, a lot of my friends who went to Delhi University. Again, nothing against Delhi University, but I always talk to them. Yaar, they never went to class. They were chilling half the time.
Yeah.
They were not really like excited about learning. They didn't come to school saying that yaar aaj kuch seekhne ko milega.
Correct.
Right? They were just going to school to get that minimum whatever attendance
Percentage,
so that they can sit for the
marks,
exams. Yeah.
all of that.
And they're like 3 saal baad placement hogi tab dekhenge.
Correct.
But I think here I see students like
Yeah. And they are over. So you were asking what is different for the first year.
Yeah.
I realized that when you come from school to college suddenly, you're not used to managing your own time. And suddenly we've given them so many choices that they have to prioritize and manage their own times,
Yeah.
and which in itself was a learning for majority of them.
No, absolutely. So, I mean, just let's take that ahead. What does the typical day for an MBU UG student look like?
It's super hectic.
I'm sure, yeah, I see that. I don't think they get to sleep at all.
No. Some of them were telling me, oh, I've put in 2 straight all-nighters. And I'm like, we're not overwhelming you that much.
हाँ.
So
उतना
get
तो जरूरत
some
नहीं होना
sleep.
चाहिए. हाँ.
But they start their day at 9 a.m. They have their classes till 3 o'clock with a 1 hour lunch break in the middle. After 3 p.m., they, till 6 p.m., they're on the campus doing either their projects, assignments. If they're building their own startup, they might have a CXO session that they might be attending. All of that, right? So group work happens on the campus. After that, they go back to hostel. Those who are in sports go back to our sports facilities, spend an hour playing cricket, football, badminton, lawn tennis, whatever they
I
want.
played with a few of them basketball the other day.
Yeah. They're very good
They're
at
aggressive,
this.
yeah. No, there were these 2 girls who were incredibly good.
One of them probably is a national level
No,
basketball.
I don't think it was her.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there were 2 others.
Okay.
And I realized that, even as they were playing, we were, in the middle, you always sit down and relax for some time.
Correct.
All they could talk about is how in Gurgaon there is a business opportunity to create more basketball courts. And I was like, pehle khel lete hain, business baad mein bana lenge. But that to me was very
That's
interesting.
Continuously, because that's what they see all around,
yeah.
right? So they're thinking about it. So yeah, they go to sports, and then they have a hotel-like hostel.
Yeah.
Right. So there, they chill with each other. We organize musical nights.
Yeah. I went there once for dinner once. Yeah.
Yeah. And then sometimes they
I think we're
also-
spoiling them a little bit. I think
I
next
think
year,
it's okay.
I think
It's
next year we
okay.
have to pull the strings.
Little bit. I think because they all have been pampered for so many years at home.
Yeah.
So it has to be a gradual transition to the real world.
Again, like one of the myths or the questions I get a lot is this entire Delhi University and Masters Union balancing act that we have to, because we have to teach our curriculum, which is hands-on, experiential, industry-driven, practitioners, all of that. And on the other side, we have to also teach the Delhi University curriculum so that they can, do well there. Has that been hard to balance out, or have you figured it out?
I think in terms of pedagogy and curriculum, it's still figured. But sometimes for students, it may get hard because the number of hours and the number of courses increase, right? So for example, this semester, we had to include environmental science. We had to include legalities, which otherwise we could have done later as well, and we will. So in that terms, the amount of work that they have to do increases. But the way the curriculum is designed, we have to anyway cover the DU concepts, right? And we do take practice tests to make sure they get in the routine of giving
That
an
exam.
exam like DU, which is pen and paper, more theoretical. But we make sure that we do that. In fact, this semester we had gotten 2 professors from, like
DU.
ex-DU professors who knew, how DU papers are done and the kind of curriculum. For
Correct.
example, environmental science is not part of curriculum here. So we got somebody from DU to cover that.
Got it. Yeah, no, I think it's also, I think first term has to be tough everywhere. I remember
Yeah.
when I went to college. I mean, your IIT experience, I'm sure, first year probably was the toughest.
Yeah, because it's a very big transition.
It's a very big transition. You're just finding your bearings. And I think once you get the hold of things,
Yeah.
then things become slightly, you know exactly how to navigate
You
the
get
waters.
less FOMO also
Yeah.
because right now everybody is trying to do everything. I think after first year, you know your ground. You're like, I'll do this, I will not do this.
Yeah.
So you become more confident of choosing, whatever you're choosing.
I think that day it was Sudeep Kalra, who's the CEO and founder of Make My Trip. He was on campus. And I remember that obviously it was an oversubscribed event.
Yeah.
And some of the UG students could not get seats.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think they were late or whatever.
Correct. Yeah.
And I remember seeing somebody like literally, no, not crying, but just less than crying. How could I miss this? And, this is the entire reason I came and I got late by 10 minutes and I'm so sorry. And can I please go? And I was like, don't worry, this video will be uploaded.
Yeah.
Like, no, but I had a question I wanted to
Real.
ask him. And, I was like, relax. He will come back.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure, I promise you.
And
before
you have 3 years here.
you have
so-
3 years here. Before you graduate, he will come back.
Correct.
Don't worry, and probably teach a course, right?
Yeah.
So I do see that FOMO a little bit.
Yes, yes.
Because so much is happening, you don't want to miss out. Your friends are doing so many things. And so let's talk about, I'm on this WhatsApp group with the UG students where they're
Yeah.
talking about their dropshipping businesses.
Yes.
We should, I think, touch upon this entire concept of outclass and dropshipping a little bit. I think that's incredibly important. Now we finally have data points. And I just read that one of the teams crossed 4 lakhs in 10 days.
Yes. Yeah.
Tell us more about that.
Great. So for audiences, who don't know what our first paycheck challenge is, that's where a lot of the students choose to do drop shipping, which is that you build a drop shipping business.
What is dropshipping?
Yes, which means that you don't hold inventory. You go and it's like an e-commerce business where you don't hold an inventory. So you could launch your Instagram page, you could be listed on Amazon, Flipkart, wherever, but you will take orders and then source your products from a vendor, and then you pay to the vendor once you've sold the
Right.
product.
So you don't need any investment to
You
start.
don't need any investment, and the skills that you're learning is more of marketing, how to position something that you're at a better price, that you're able to sell something at a premium because you've added no value to the product,
But to the brand.
to the brand or the marketing, right? So that's drop shipping. Now our students are selling, anything and everything. So I'll tell you some of the categories like home decor, right?
Yeah, I saw
Candles,
that.
lights, all of that. Stockings.
Yeah. I saw that. The women's stockings.
Yeah,
Yes.
and when I saw the
Hair extensions.
hair extensions, stockings, and makeup, and when I saw the reels that they are making, it's no less than a marketing job.
They started making.
Yes, I'll send it to
Please,
you, and I'm like you. And,
We should put them on the link below.
and they are the models. It's not that they are getting a professional photographer or models. Nothing. They are shooting it. They are the models. They are editing. It's beautiful. Then you.
And by the way, I have not seen this much hard work put in by PG students. And this is a message to PG students that please learn from your UG counterparts because, 4 lakhs in 10 days.
Yeah.
Which company is that? Do you know the name?
Yes, I think this is Nelson and Sanchali. I think.
Correct.
This is
Yes,
Nelson
this is
and
them.
Sanchali. I'm forgetting the product that they are building, and they've kept it so hush hush that they haven't given away what they're building and what they're doing. I'll be meeting them soon, but they've been. But it's the zeal of doing
You're
it.
doing it.
They've been doing it, building it. In fact, before we launched dropshipping, they had their team tight. They knew which product they wanted to do and all of that.
Yeah, they've been asking me questions in the beginning that when will dropshipping start? I was like,
Yeah.
relax, it will start, and when it will
I
start,
was
you
so
can get started.
surprised that we hadn't launched it, and I had gotten to know, our teams are already set. We have already built our Insta page, so it's just
and I keep seeing
hassle.
whenever a new page gets launched, I think they post it on the group.
Yes.
And I go to the website and I was like, wait, is this the correct website? Because this website looks way too professional.
Yeah.
And the campaigns that they're running, I really want to see the campaigns.
I'll send you.
And if we can also link some of the store, the links to
Yeah,
some
on
of the
our
websites
website.
on the web,
Absolutely.
on this YouTube video as well. Please go
We
check
will
it out,
do.
guys. I think that's incredibly important. That'll help you visualize what the
our
students are
students are
doing
doing.
day in and day out,
Exactly.
other than the classes.
Yeah. So just to finish, right, what dropshipping is. So that's one of the things that our students do. And for the next 8 weeks, they'll continue to build their businesses with regular check-ins with us, and they will help them tweak their marketing strategy, finance
They'll
strategy.
have mentors,
right?
etc., all of
They
that.
have mentors, industry leaders, all of that. So that's great. And some of the students, also had the choice to not do this, but work in their family business.
Oh,
and they
okay.
would want to then apply the learnings of their first semester to do that. And the others had a choice to do an internship. So one of our students, he's super interested in stock trading, right? And
Okay.
he's very clear, I want to do finance,
Sure.
I don't want to build a business and all of that. So he's doing an internship with a startup that helps people invest in small cap and mid cap. And it's a fantastic opportunity for him to learn, the hacks of how to get into
And he's
mid.
just in his first year.
Yes, he's 18-year-old.
18-year-old. And I mean, generally internships are done in third and fourth year के बीच में जो summer होता है.
Correct.
They're starting internships in year one itself, building business.
Half, it's not even
It's not even a year. Yeah, it's first
not even
term,
a year.
first
It's
semester.
just the 2 months of the winter.
2 months. No, I mean, I think that's really what learning should be about, right? At the end of the day, if you are building a business, you will by default learn marketing. By default, you will learn branding. By default, you learn some amount of accounting.
Yeah.
And whatever you're learning in class, you can apply.
Outside the class.
But the thing is, like, when we were taught, do you remember DY/DX?
Yeah, calculus.
And, calculus.
Yeah.
I was like, sure. Like, I'm sure this is important in life. But if you just can teach me where I get to apply this,
Yeah.
then I will learn it much more positively.
Correct.
I will not be scared of it. I will look forward to learning it. But because they never told us like where to apply DY/DX, till today I feel like that summer I remember between class 11 and class 12, where I did not go for my holidays to my nanny's house
Yeah.
and just stayed at home and mindlessly practiced
Yeah.
those numericals.
Yeah.
Would have been so much more valuable.
All the geometrical diagrams, I remember my 11th, 12th, right? So the circles and, the vectors. I'm sure there are use cases, but
what
just
is
that
how-
we didn't know.
Yeah, and now, like, even when I was learning accounting in college, right, and this was a great college, right? This was
Yeah.
You obviously agree.
This is
So
UPenn.
this is UPenn.
Let's just say that.
Yeah. There also, when I was learning accounting, I used to, for lack of a better word, I used to sleep in class.
Huh. Not that interesting.
It wasn't that interesting for me because, sure, accounting, I knew that it is important, but because it was not useful to me in that moment, in that first year or second year whenever I was doing that class,
Yeah.
I was not motivated to learn it. And I think with dropshipping, because you have to then submit a balance sheet for your business, you have no choice but to learn.
But to know what net margin means.
Yeah. करना ही पड़ेगा, नहीं तो business कैसे चलेगा?
Correct.
Right? And I feel that is the main difference with education at Masters Union.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So since we are on the topic of startups, any other interesting examples that come to your mind?
No, so this was just drop shipping.
This is just drop shipping.
And some of our students are building great startups. So for example, Kinjal, he's building a HR tech startup where
I heard,
it's
yeah.
in the recruitment space. Startups or companies can post their listings, and he's onboarding a lot of recruiters, right? And it's a standard problem because I work with tens of recruiters, right? And there is no centralized place. And the good thing is he's gotten into a US-based
Incubator.
and he's going to spend 2 months there.
Yeah.
And he's getting $125K for it.
Amazing.
It's amazing what he's able to achieve at such a young age. Then we have Vidit, who is being mentored by a lot of VCs already.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right? Won the IIT Bombay competition that I was telling you. He's building Take Two. It's again a marketplace for thrift stores. Now, before
Okay.
he pitched, I didn't know what thrift store meant, but it's basically used luxury goods or clothes that people wouldn't rewear a lot of times, and they go into the resale market and
Got
then
it.
people buy it. So I think it's a double good thing because it's a step towards sustainability.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
It's a win-win, and then people don't have to shell out to buy something at an original price.
So a total of 30 dropshipping companies will be built?
Yeah.
Or like 20-30 companies?
Yeah.
And we'll have a dropshipping fair coming up very soon.
Very soon.
Very soon. That will be in January or February?
Early Feb.
Early
first
Feb.
week of
Early
Feb.
Feb. And I also see some names, Thali Union, Fitur, .x.
Yeah, I can talk about Thali Union. I think a great example of just capturing the opportunity, right? So many students are here.
Right.
They all want snacks, food, all of that. And not every time you'll get vendors who will give you whatever you need because so many students have different tastes and varieties.
Correct.
Now, they obviously did not have any kitchen or any cooking skills. They went around, tied up with the vendor, and got the costing price, they're selling it at a premium, and selling to your friends is so much easier, right? You're on the campus, and now they have a full-fledged brand called Thali's Union. They serve lunch, they cater to all our events. Like Startup Weekend we organized, the whole order went to them.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we loved it. I mean, the taste was good, it was of quality, and they customize. So what else do you need? So
Yeah.
very a lot of hustle.
And they are in the middle of Gurgaon.
Yeah.
They can get more clients easily. I mean,
the whole
the
DLF
whole building.
Cyber Park is open to them.
yeah, absolutely. Okay, I didn't know about this. This is very
yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
I would like to meet these students.
Yeah.
There's another one which is Fitur.
Fitur is a dry fruit brand, right? So premium dry fruit brand. Then
Is it part of dropshipping or separate?
now it's part of
Now it's
dropshipping, but they started much before.
Got it.
During Diwali time only they
Got
had
it.
started it. And then we have DotX, which is
Huh.
being led by Shireen and Dhruv.
I keep seeing this on LinkedIn.
Yes. So, and again, I would say hats off to our kids for, grabbing the opportunity. So at Masters Union, we are in touch with a lot of high schools, right? Because we have an undergrad
Correct.
program here. They have taken every opportunity whenever a principal has walked in, whenever a counselor has walked in, and they have made sure that they connect and they pitch their startup as well.
Got it.
Right, so it's a tech brand. They do a lot of I would say skill building workshops
Got it.
for high school students.
For high school students.
For
Got
high
it.
school students, and they're doing well.
And this is, to me, I mean, again, I don't think I have as many examples in PG of startups getting founded. And I mean, and PG is a 1-year program,
Correct.
right? And we're already halfway through almost. UG is a 4-year program and they're already doing so much.
Think about where they will be when
in 4 years.
I think you'll have a lot of like VC funded Shark Tank
No,
India.
I mean, we already have, the 125K
Yeah.
done. I mean, that's more than any PG student has done this year.
Yeah.
I think I've badmouthed PG students a lot. Enough now for that.
Now we should not talk about PG.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, I know we have. I mean, we spoke about the founder of Make My Trip coming to campus. I'm sure, and I know for a fact that every week at least we have 2 CEOs or CXOs coming down to
senior
campus.
executives coming.
And I know some people have come specifically for UG students only, right?
Correct.
When these people come, first of all, who are these people? And second, when they come, generally, like, what is the interaction like? Is it just that they give the gyan and they go? Or do you think students are able to get time to go deeper with them?
Yeah, so first answering your question of who they are, I think we make sure that the CXOs who we are inviting are relevant to the courses that they are doing.
Got it.
So this year we've had people coming from the finance world. We had Amit from Elevation coming, Neharika from GI Ventures coming, right? So a little bit of finance there and understand how VCs invest. Because a lot of them are building startups, right? Then we had people coming from the marketing, right? So we had Vani coming. She's marketing head at PepsiCo, former, right? So she came and talked a lot about brand building and how these corporate brands are built. Then we also had people from HR side coming and talking about how companies scale, systems scale, processes scale. How do they do hiring? I think that's also very important to know, that when you're going to apply to companies, what is the CHRO thinking? So we had Sonali Mishra from Bain teaching the full HR course. Then we had
She taught the full course.
Yeah, she taught a full-fledged course to them.
So Bain CHRO
coming and teaching a course.
first-year students an HR course.
And she talked about everything, how consulting, hires.
That's crazy. That's crazy access.
We had on the CEO challenge, we had Ankur Variku come in, and kids made sure they're meeting him.
When is the next CEO challenge coming up? I'm super excited.
Soon, obviously next academic year, because this one I'm really excited to first get the episodes out. They're not out yet, and once that's done, then obviously we're gonna roll it out.
Have you already announced who the judges were?
Yes, I think Ankur was known to everybody.
Yeah, but the other 2 are not yet announced.
Not yet
Okay,
announced.
let's keep it that way.
That's a surprise.
That's a surprise. But I saw some part of it towards the end, and I mean, I think people should really look forward to it.
Absolutely.
This is Shark Tank material, if not more. There's something about the Pizza Hut internships. Tell us more about that. That sounded really interesting.
Yes. So when I was talking about the first paycheck challenge, right? So you have an option to do drop shipping or family business or an internship or a shop floor internship. So our students will be interning with 2 companies. One is Basel,
Yeah.
which is healthy shakes, juices, all of that, and they have kiosks
All over
across Gurgaon and Delhi NCR.
And Delhi, yes, of course, yeah.
Right. So our students are gonna go there, be at the kiosk,
And actually work at the kiosk.
and work at the kiosk, and they're gonna face the customer. Right, they're gonna take care of the operations of that kiosk, and I think doing that at an age of 18 is a lot of learning.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, in the US, all kids have to do it because that's how they earn their pocket money. But in India,
Yeah,
we
just for the
they don't.
experience.
They
And
don't.
then the
Very humbling as well.
Very humbling, right? I mean, you've always been on the other side as a
Right, yeah.
customer, and now you understand
And
what
we have
goes
students doing this right now, or has it started already?
Yes, it's starting actually today. So today
Acha,
is
today's the
Monday,
first-
right?
acha,
So
there you
today
go.
it's starting.
Got it.
And the other company we have is Pizza Hut, right?
Okay.
So they're going to be in the store working under the store manager.
Wow.
They could be at the cash counter. They could be, just looking at the operations, taking orders.
How many of these students are
I
availing
think
this?
around 15 students have
Oh,
chosen
wow.
to do
Amazing.
this as well. So, yeah.
I mean, choosing this over drop shipping, that really means something. I mean,
Yes.
there is something about those kids. I definitely would love to meet them.
And I think we gave that option because I realized that, there is this, I would call it a myth. I mean, it's true also, but it's also a myth that we are just an entrepreneurship school.
Yeah.
So I always tell people that, yes, we are very big on entrepreneurship, but it's not that if you don't want to build a startup, this is not the place
Yeah.
for you, right? I mean, there are so many other things also.
Yeah.
So that's why we have this
No, but I think if
flexibility.
you know how to build a startup,
Yeah.
you can do any
Correct.
job anywhere.
But when do you want to do it, right? Whether you want to do it in the first year or
No,
not.
that's okay. That you
just
can
giving
decide.
that
Yeah.
flexibility as
No,
well.
even in PGP, last year, the students who did the startup challenge, right, who reached the finalists,
Yeah.
who were the finalists, they in fact were able to get the best offers because they
their
had a great
jobs.
story during the
job.
interview. They are saying, hey, listen, if I'm interviewing with a, let's say, Pepsi
Correct.
company, and I tell them, hey, listen, I've actually built a brand, and by the way, here you can try it right now.
Yeah.
It's a fizzy drink, whatever, XYZ. Pepsi's like, haan bhai, tu acha. I mean, they're not going to say,
Exactly.
we can't take you because you're a founder.
Yeah, of course.
No, makes sense. And in fact, I think when we also met,
Yes,
the fact that you were a founder, I think that's why
Correct.
we connected.
Yes.
I think founders connect with founders at whatever level that might be. So, I mean, we spoke about entrepreneurship, we spoke about courses, classes, all the serious stuff. And,
Fun
the
stuff.
fact that they're overworked. And I keep seeing them like doing some theater workshops, etc. And I've always tried to like explore more what's happening there.
So we have a huge component of student life built in our curriculum itself. So all Saturdays are blocked for club activities, right? And we have around 8 extracurricular clubs ranging from dance to dramatics to music
Yeah.
to literature to fine arts and all of that. And every Saturday, they have learned something new, whether it was a graphic design workshop, whether it was a dance workshop, whether it was the dramatics workshop. We had a guitar class.
Yeah, I saw that,
Right?
yeah.
So the idea is to give them enough exposure in this, first year for them to be able to then take it and say, okay, I'm interested more in this. Because,
Let me double click then.
because it might be the case that you never touched a guitar. Right, so you don't know whether you'll like it or not, or maybe you never tried writing a poem, but try it out and see if you like it. So there's huge component of that as well.
So that's year 1. What about year 2, year 3, year 4?
So
What's in plan?
Lot in plan. I think we are also growing, brand. So we keep. So I at least keep thinking about how do we go from here? And I think the top priority for us as Masters Union is international partnerships, right? Because we peg ourselves towards the global standards. We want to make sure that we give that global exposure to our students.
And
So-
congratulations on Columbia and INSEAD.
Yeah,
I hear
thank
those
you.
are going well.
Yeah.
So some of the students, if they want, right?
Yes.
Will they get that chance to visit?
In the second and third year,
Second and
yes.
second year,
yeah,
yeah.
not in the first year, but in their second. So these partnerships are in process where we are saying that our students will get an opportunity to go to these campuses and do these courses under the faculty. And I think just the only difference between when you're thinking of going abroad and when you take Masters Union, apart from us being at 1/5 the price, is that we are unable to give that international
Academic,
classmates, right? So I want to make sure that during their tenure, they get to go and study with these international classmates where they just learn about how people from different countries think. For example, at Warden, I had a soldier who had fought in Iran war.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
going to learn anything about business.
I
but
also had
that
someone, yeah.
leadership trait.
correct.
I'm like, I am nothing.
I had someone who was a photographer for the army, and his job was to document everything that's happening.
Huh.
And I mean, there's a specific, in every platoon, there is always a cameraman, and he was that. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like,
So, just it broadens your, mind and horizon so much. So that's an agenda, partnership with global best colleges and Ivy League brands. Then also you'll see a lot of experiential courses being, launched in undergrad. Obviously, Auroville is our
Yeah.
first one, but we want to do more. We want to do in Southeast Asia. We want to do in Africa, in India too. So you'll see a lot of that as well coming in.
Got it.
So these
No,
are
exciting.
the priorities.
And I think I know at the PG level also we are working on many partnerships with these
Yeah.
campuses. And I really believe that if we can somehow marry our program into these international experiences at Ivy League level universities,
Yeah.
I think that's the most well-rounded education we can possibly give. On that note, thanks so much, Swati. This was a lot of fun. A lot of things I didn't know about that we were able to cover. And please use me more, and I would love to meet some of the students
Done.
more casually, though. I don't want to meet them formally.
No, dinners.
Yeah,
dinners. Monthly dinners
monthly,
with,
month, yeah,
with
yeah,
Pratham.
done. Bi-weekly also, I'm okay.
Done.
But anything else we should cover?
No, I think this was great. You made me walk through those 4 months in
Yeah.
like 40 minutes. So
That's
this
the amount of
was-
time our audience has, believe me. This also we'll have to cut into small clips so that people can easily
Digest.
absorb. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Awesome.
thanks again.
Thank
Awesome.
you.